Welcome in WCTV Sports Overtime. Ryan Kelly, Alison Posey. Wow, what a night.
Yeah, we had 13 games on Football Friday night. Obviously, the big one, the Rose City Rumble, the Rose City Rivalry, the War of the Roses. Personally, my favorite. Whatever you call it.
I like the War of the Roses.
Yeah, whatever
too.
you call it. Thomasville was at Thomas County Central tonight. Bragging rights on the line. You got to win this game. Good old-fashioned hate week. And Thomas County Central, you're going to be talking the smack for the next 12 months.
Yeah, they already are
They
on
already
Facebook
are.
Live. You can join us on Facebook Live, the WCTV Sports YouTube page, or the WCTV app. Of course, YouTube and Facebook is probably the best place to talk smack or talk whatever you want. But listen, we're not going to beat around the bush. We know there's a whole lot of folks in blue and gold who don't want to hear from us.
Yeah, they want to hear from the man himself.
Yeah, standing by on our hotline. How about the victorious head coach of the 58th Rose City Rumble, head coach Justin Rogers of the Thomas County Central Yellow Jackets. Coach, you got us, man?
Heck yeah, man. Great day to be the Yellow Jackets.
Oh, we love it.
Does the parade ever get old?
It doesn't. In fact, it gets better and better every year. I mean, when you go down there and they're all down there, I was telling some of the coaches when we went through it, it just speaks volumes to the significance sports is in this community, especially football, and it's a special place for sure.
I'm going to sound like Johnny Carson for a second. For those of you who do not know, anytime Thomas County Central beats their rivals from downtown, they have a parade through downtown that happened to get a Coach, I have to ask, what gave you the inspiration to do that?
Now, there was a tradition actually in Moultrie. It was what it was being at Colquitt. You know, when they would win the region championship, they would go around the square. And I always thought that was pretty cool there. And so I told our group, I said, I remember the first year we played Thomasville, and I told my superintendent, I said, look, now, if we win, I'm going to the Cobblestones. I was like, we finna go take it on a parade. And she's like, are you sure? I said, yes, I'm sure. Just trust me. And it's taken off and grown from there, and I think it's a really cool tradition.
Coach, I'm going to call myself out for a minute. So I came and talked to you on Monday morning about this game, and I was wearing our station polo, which happens to be. Yeah, I see. He's going to call me out. Happens to be red. I already talked to management. They said we're going to work on a neutral color. So you were already on me on Monday that you don't wear red this week. You know, we don't talk about Thomasville. So my fault. Congratulations on the win. But just this week, how much does it mean to you guys to get this win? I mean, you want to win every game, but this one just means a little bit more.
Yeah, there's no doubt. So first off, you're going to do better next year. But going on to this year, really proud of our kids. Our kids, they grow up in the Y, they play rec league, they play middle school, and they're dreaming of playing and having a good game and some big-time performance in this game. Like most people are thinking about the Super Bowl and man, I want to be great in college. These kids growing up here, this is the game they're in the backyard acting like they're making the game-winning catch in. This is the game they're thinking about winning the game and having the big tackle in. And so when they get to this week and they're playing against their crosstown rival and neighbors and friends and church mates and all that, this is what they had been dreaming of since they were little boys. So it means something. I mean, you can feel it. And both sides play extremely hard. And so it prepares both teams because it is a playoff atmosphere.
We're talking with head coach Justin Rogers of the Thomas County Central Yellow Jackets. Coach, that's a good team on the other side. That's a team that's going to be competing for state. The Florida High team that you crushed last week is a great team that's going to be competing for state in its classification in Florida. I know whatever it takes has been the motto for you guys. When I was out at Midnight Madness, you made that plain and clear to me. To see these guys embrace that so much and not just beat these teams, but dominate these teams. What does that mean to you, how much they've adapted that mindset, how much they've bought in, and the intensity they've brought, even when they know how talented you are?
Yeah, I'm very proud of them in the fact that they're playing at such a high level and their work, and not just this year's work, but years on years of work, because we've got a mature team, and they're going out there and they're performing and playing well. And what you hope is that they just don't get satisfied or complacent. And that's something we've got to really be in front of because it's easy to feel like we're good enough. And that's human nature. I mean, at 46 years old, you know, I've got to fight that myself at times to make sure I'm continuing to work to see if we can do things better. And challenging, you know, young people to do that is always hard. So far, I think we've had unbelievable practices. Our practices have stayed highly competitive, and that's a testament to them and the leadership that they've got right now of being player-led. And so if we can just keep getting better at practice every week and pushing ourselves, this group has a chance to be really special.
Coach, you got another big one with Bainbridge next week. You got a bye, and then, I mean, we're in the thick of it. I mean, we got region play after that. The focus now, do you like where they're at? What do you want to see from this team moving forward? You talked about their focus at practice, but what do you hope to see from them moving forward?
Yeah, the biggest thing, I mean, like you said, we got one more game, and then we'll take a bye week, and we start SEC play because our league is tough. And it's some
he ain't lying. You ain't lying, Coach.
I'm telling you, it's 3 of the top 5 teams in the state are in our league, and Coffee's right there on the cusp, and as a really good team. And so the biggest thing for us is we got to push ourselves. We haven't won 4 quarters yet, and I'm proud that we're playing well enough that you know, we're getting out the big leads, and I'm having to play a lot of kids and pull back out of respect and sportsmanship. But our kids, you know, you worry, and I'd be lying if I wasn't, you know, we're going to be ready for that 4th quarter war and have the stamina to finish. And so it's very important that we're doing a good job at practice to, you know, pushing ourselves to be in that kind of shape. And you won't know till we get there, till we get drug in one of them deep games to how we respond.
Forget the SEC. That may be the NFC North, Coach.
I'm telling you, brother.
That is a one tough region. I know you know that all too well. But, man, just wrapping it up, you know, we've got Jacket fans all over our comments, like we do every week.
No pity for the city. That might be my favorite one.
Best fans in the nation.
And you know,
I love it.
Just more on that, man. I mean, you had plenty of them lining up the cobblestones, like you said. To have this support, I mean, we've got 2 of our 3 Play of the Week winners from Thomas County Central. They show up, they vote, they're active, they're involved. I know you talk about it before. I know you heap praise on them, but it's worth reiterating, man. As a coach, just what does it mean to know that those guys aren't just backing you, but they're backing your kids?
Oh, no doubt. And I tell our kids that. Heck, I told our kids that in the middle of the game today. We was getting ready for a kickoff and had the kickoff team. And, man, the horns were back tonight. Boy, it felt like football. And I told those boys, I said, guys, man, I hope you're appreciative of the place that you get to play football because everywhere it's like this. And sometimes when this is all you know, like you hadn't been other places. I mean, I've been around different places. You take that for granted. And I just hope they don't take that for granted. You know it because y'all cover football all over the place. This thing is special. It's different. And a lot of people say their place is different. This one lives it. And so it's just it's easy to come into work and try to work hard and put out a good product because you feel the appreciation from the community and the support behind you.
Special and different are definitely words you could have to mention the fan base, Coach, but also to mention what you guys have done over the last now 3.5 seasons. There's still a lot of football left to be played, but of course, historically, when you think of Thomas County Central, you think of the 90s, you think of the late 80s, you think of those great Ed Pilcher teams, you think of Charlie Ward Jr., you think of all that was before. But now you guys are building something different, and you're building something special. As someone who loves the game as much as I know you do and loves the history of the game, what does it mean to you to now have this run and these Jackets mentioned right alongside them?
Well, that was the whole deal when I got hired. You know, I made it adamantly clear at every Civitan club I spoke at, to our parent meetings, and to our booster clubs when I met. This was not going to be a rebuild. This program had already been built. It didn't need to be rebuilt. It just needed a return. And so we talked about that. Like, we wanted to return it to the tradition-rich program that had been dominant in this state. But that takes everybody. That can't be some in. That's got to be all in. And that's from the superintendent to the principal, to the AD, to the coaches we bring on staff, to the players, and obviously the community. And everybody, I mean everybody, rallied behind that return mantra of returning this back to the glory. And so it was truly a group effort. But you're right. This thing is now returned back. We're a name that is recognized throughout the state as elite football, as it should be when you're at Central.
And he said it there, and I want to say it, when you have a successful program, it starts at the top. You got to have everybody on board. It's not just the head football coach. You've got the administration behind you, you've got the county behind you, and you got those fans behind you. I don't have anything serious to ask you, but one of the fans wants to know, do you think we need to add extra bleachers since we sold out this year.
Heck yeah, we do. Bigger's always better.
More fans, more loud. You can get the GHSA mad at you again, Coach.
Yeah, we want bigger players. We want more players. We want more fans. We want more seats. More. Ain't that what they say?
We love it. We love it. Coach, congratulations,
thanks so much, man.
Thank y'all, man. Go Jackets.
Enjoy it, man. That's Justin Rogers, head coach of the victorious Thomas County Central Yellow Jackets. They're your Rose City Rumble winners here in the 58th edition. And, you know, it's not just a platitude, what we said on Football Friday night. Thomasville is probably going to Atlanta.
Yeah.
This team is probably going to play for state. Coach DeLay and the Dogs are a great team. Yeah. But legitimately, neither of us, we're not pulling our leg. We're not giving you platitudes. We're not trying to make you feel good. I've never seen a high school football team like this.
And you had seen Central play. I hadn't until I got there last week when they played Florida High, and I said it then that, holy cow, until you see this team in person, you don't know how good they are. They make it look easy. Like, it doesn't even look, I don't want to say it doesn't look like they're trying, because I know they're trying, but they just chop everything up. I mean, it is just, it's like man amongst boys.
I watched them play against Monroe, 3A school, plenty of talent in the Albany area. Like knife through butter. Yeah, I mean, that's seriously that's a great analogy. They're so good, Ryan, and they're so fun to watch. And you heard Coach, I mean, just the atmosphere is great. Jalen's got such command of that offense.
And he's got
that
lethal
is the best
weapons.
Defensive line in the state.
100%, and just lethal weapons around him. And I said it during the show, and I'll say it again right now. This is my 18th football season, and I've worked, you know, in Georgia, across Florida. This is the best high school football team that I have ever covered. I've covered a lot of great talent, some great talent that's gone on to play in the NFL, but player for player, team, coach, everything, this is the best high school football team I have ever covered.
Bainbridge next week at Centennial Field. Bye week, Lee County at the Jackets Nest.
That's
3 weeks from
that
tonight.
One.
There is no more big quarterback from Georgia Southern.
Yeah.
There is no more Usmain Kroma.
Yeah.
He's kind of in Garnet and doing a lot of things for the Knowles right now. I just wonder, this whatever it takes mindset, if they have a chance to put it on Lee, I wonder if they'll do it.
Without a doubt.
Yes,
they put it on everybody.
They will. They will. I'm not trying to give the Trojans any bulletin board material. Apologies, Coach Rogers.
Yeah. But to your point, I do want to say, because Thomas County Central deserves to be talked about.
Yes.
Thomasville is going to be just fine.
Yes,
like, again,
they'll be fine.
Yeah, and Florida High, we talked about that big win last week too. Florida High is going to be just fine.
Yes.
And if you have not seen, I've told everybody this, if you haven't seen Thomas County Central play and you need something to do on a Friday night, drive up Jackson Street, go to the Jackets Nest, and see Thomas County Central play football, because they are that good and they're that much fun to watch. But
and see that environment.
See that
Be
environment
a part
too.
Of that.
But also, don't let this take away from, again, and you said it, how good Thomasville is a darn good football team, and they are the top-ranked team in their classification for a reason. They're a good football team. They're going to make a run as the season rolls on. I wouldn't be shocked if they were in Atlanta alongside Thomas County Central. They're going to be just fine. So again, Central, you deserve tonight. You deserve the bragging rights over the next 12 months. But Thomasville, you're fine. Yeah. Everything's going to be okay.
We're going to get to comments. We're going to take a break first. But before we do, Taylor Viles is clearly listening on his drive back from the Rose City. Is he texting? Yeah, he better not be texting and driving, sir.
Yeah.
Shame. They make things look simple.
Yeah.
They don't overcomplicate.
Yeah, and that's the truth.
And both of those
they just do it.
So true.
Yeah, they just do it. I mean, again, it looks so easy for them. It's like, okay, line up, snap the ball. Well, here we go, touchdown. Like it's so easy.
All right. We're going to pay some bills, and then we're going to get to you, and then we're going to talk about some of the other big games of the night right after this on WCTV Sports Overtime.
Tallahassee Board of Realtors invest hundreds of hours in our community. Local realtors and affiliates raise funds for Boys and Girls Clubs of the Big Bend, Brehon Family Services, and the American Cancer Society's Relay for Life. Clean up local roadways and waterways. Build beds for local kids with SHP. Support Habitat for Humanity. Ring the bell at Salvation Army Red Kettles. Contribute to the Florida Veterans Foundation. And volunteer side by side with you, our neighbors. The Tallahassee Board of Realtors, proudly serving our community since 1935.
Before we get back to your comments, a final score to report.
Absolutely. So Godby was on the road to Pensacola Catholic. That game, I think it was an 8:30.
It was some sort of.
It was
late kick or
8:30
something
Eastern
like that.
time, but you got to think they're in Central time, so really it was 7:30 their time. That game is final now. Pensacola Catholic did beat Godby 42-28.
Godby has had a brutal schedule.
Yeah,
to
that
start this
loss to Rickards last week was tough to swallow.
The loss to Rickards,
Yeah.
the loss in that really close game to Florida
Yeah.
High. But listen,
Again,
plenty
they'll be-
talented,
they'll be fine.
well coached.
It's-
They're going to be fine.
week 3.
Breathe in,
Yeah, we're
breathe
gonna be
out.
good.
I'm sure there's plenty of jackets. I would say
Oh, they-
chomping, but what I really
yeah.
mean is buzzing at the bit.
So there we go.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, they're great. I mean, they just, all the county that's in here, thank you for showing up. We did that. It was packed, and the kids loved it. I mean, but again, you talk about the atmosphere, man. Like, that's what fuel, when you go and you hear the horns they have that the GHSA loves, I mean, it's
So
just,
much.
it's just, there's nothing like it. Like, I've told several people this week, circle that Lee County game. Like, if you want to see a good football game, go see it. You can come in.
Yeah.
Taylor's like looking
Taylor
at the door
Viles
like,
is, yeah,
"Please,
he
do I
looks like
come
a
in?
kid
Do I
that's
not
late
come
for
in?"
class.
Yeah,
He's like,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Do I walk in? Do I not walk in?
Hey, what mic you want Taylor on?
I'm on 3.
She is 3. 4, Taylor.
Yeah, and
4.
Obadiah, Thomasville and TCC should be in the state championship game. Yes, they should. I mean, we've said that. That's 100%.
My mic went flying as soon as I tried
He's
to
just
adjust my
he's
chair.
so excited. I said earlier in the season we are both going to the Benz. Like, I mean, that's an agreement. Like, everyone is saying the same thing that we
Yes.
are. Like I fully expect the entire Rose City, like, just take off work and just everybody from Thomasville just
This
go to Atlanta.
feels like the early 90s.
Yeah, it's super cool.
When
except we
both
won't
teams
be
were
playing
rolling,
each other. That would be awesome.
when Coach Bobo was rolling,
Yeah.
when Coach Pilcher was rolling, yeah, they won't play each other again.
Yeah.
But that's what this feels like. This feels like two teams
Yeah.
kind of at the height of what's really achievable for them.
100%.
And it's unbelievably cool stuff.
Yeah.
I got Octavian Cador. I just got one of my shooters just texted us, Thomas County Central is Thanos. And they feel inevitable. They snap their fingers and they do what they need to do. Octavian Cater says, Jackson County Tigers, keep y'all's heads up. Yeah, they'll definitely need that
Jefferson
tonight.
County?
Yeah, did I say Jackson?
You said Jackson,
I
yeah.
said Jack. Why did I say Jackson?
I have no idea. Because we're talking about Jackson Street, probably.
Yeah, that's
So,
probably
yeah,
why.
you got Central on the brain.
Yeah, definitely Jefferson. I know that was a tough one tonight at Bobby
Leon,
Vincent Field
yeah.
against Leon for sure. We'll talk about that a little bit in a second. But first,
Hello, friends.
Taylor Viles. Taylor, we
Late
told
for
you.
class.
I was not texting and driving.
Okay, good. So you were in the parking lot.
I was in the parking lot.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, I know you were talking a lot about Thomasville, and they did not play bad tonight.
No.
They face a team that is, as you were saying, just above and beyond
yeah.
everybody. But Thomasville didn't shoot themselves in the foot. It wasn't like they were just coughing up mistakes right and left. They played good. They just faced a team that's so good.
Yeah, that's all there really is to it. And like you said, they make it easy and they don't overcomplicate it. They do what they need to do. They know that they have the strength in the trenches. They know that they have the strength at the skill positions, and they just leverage that. They don't feel the need to reinvent the wheel. They go out and they dominate. They take care of their business.
They can do massive plays as with the best of them, but a lot of it is just like, 10-yard game. Like, get your first down, drive down the
It
field.
doesn't have to be chunk,
it doesn't
chunk,
have to
chunk,
be.
chunk.
I mean, you say highlight worthy, but like it doesn't have to be play of the week worthy. I
Right,
guess every
right.
play, just make it happen. Drive the
still
ball
have 'em.
downfield and score. It's a simple game.
Yeah.
But you also have guys that are making great catches like that. It helps when you have the
Oh,
talent.
yeah. Oh, Dunbar, he's got
Yeah.
hands.
Yeah. I mean, they're just.
And then look, this play right here, I was worried this kid was going to get injured. He almost got his head taken off. And
saw that,
he broke the plane for the touchdown. But it was loud. What an environment.
That's what I say. That was your first time in the
First one at
Jackets. So what'd you
Nest.
think?
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing atmosphere.
Yeah.
The fans were nice too. They were saying, "Hey, WCTV,
Yeah,
like, how's it
and
going?"
so if people don't know, Taylor had never been south of Washington, D.C. before he took this job. Your second week here last year was the Wintersville
I
Classic.
think so.
So like he's slow, because you haven't even been here a year yet.
No.
So we're kind of, he's still kind of learning South Georgia
Well, it's
football
been
and
1 year
everything.
since you signed your contract, right? This week.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he hadn't even been here a year yet. But I mean, the atmosphere, there's nothing like it, man.
No, it's incredible. And I mean, Wintersville Classic had me stressed beyond belief last year.
It was your second week.
Excited for year 2 doing that, but I felt comfortable tonight. And
Yeah.
of course, Thomas County Central made it a little bit easier on me, but it was a great night, great fans, great
The
atmosphere.
horns, you love the horns?
Oh my gosh,
I
yeah.
mean, you know, the GHSA made a rule because of that.
I remember, yeah.
Yeah. That's what I said. I said they love that.
No, incredible atmosphere. They you know, after they score a touchdown, they have like the super loud horns right in the corner of the end zone. I almost stood in front of it right before they scored, and the guy goes, "Hey, you might want to move this way." So you don't blow out your eardrums.
Whoopsie daisy.
Yeah, what a game.
Big rivalry game that you were at. Big rivalry game that you were at. I had a coach texting me earlier today that coached in the Madison County Swanee game tonight and said this was the battle of the beatens.
Oh.
0-2.
Yeah, which
That's
is
a place,
weird.
That's a place you don't see either of these two
No,
squads.
it's odd to talk about an 0-2 Swanee and an 0-2 Madison. Madison's played 2 really good teams. Swanee struggled a little bit to open the year, and it was
Played a
fun.
really good Columbia team
played a
out of
really
the
good
gate.
Columbia team out of the gate. But I mean, this touchdown right here was great. Got out of trouble, found him, and Swanee took the lead. That made it 7-0. It was back and forth here in the first half, and then
Look at
Madison.
that run.
Yeah,
that's a play of the week nominee.
Oh wow.
It was 14-4. It was 21-14 Madison. Swanee went to punt it. It was a bad snap. Punter lost it. Fumble. Madison recovered it on like the Swanee. It was like the 15 or the 20-yard line or something, and then scored right after to make it 28-14. And that was your halftime score. They scored 35 unanswered to win 49-14. So a game that was tied 14-14, they ended up winning 49.
That just feels like Madison County was just like, I'm done losing.
Yeah, I'm done losing.
sure.
This was the.
And it's one of those things where, too, you know, I've seen Swanee the first 2 weeks of the season. I saw them against Columbia. They felt like they dominated that first quarter. They go into that lightning delay, they come back. The Tigers have their way with them since then. Something about Swanee needing to get up off the ground, dusting itself off after a little adversity. If they can do that, they've still got the talent to win.
Yeah,
they've still got
they
the
do.
talent to make
Well,
this
and
a
they've got-
perfectly fine season.
Yeah, and they've got talented kids. And we talked about that quarterback. how
Sykes is a
big
big
He's
kid.
a huge kid. He's got some receivers that can catch the ball. But you can't let a team score 35 unanswered points like that, especially when you're going toe for toe with them like that in the first half, taking the lead, you know, giving it back, fighting right back, getting it, you know, tied again.
You got to dust yourself off.
35 unanswered is rough, man. Like I said, 28-14 at the half, and I got back and I saw the final score, and I was like, whoa, turn of events. So yeah, but big ups to Madison. I mean,
For sure.
They've, like I said, they've won 3 in a row now, but up until 3 years ago, Swanee hadn't won since 1995. Like
they've
that
been a
game, I don't think people
long
realize, like, Madison County has dominated that rivalry.
Yes.
So they've won, what's that, 30 years? Swanee's won once in 30 years? That's insane.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's
and that
insane.
was recent history.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Price's first
That's
year.
what I'm saying. That was 3 years ago or 4 years ago now. Yeah.
But yeah, I still have faith that Swanee can right the ship. Coach
Yeah.
Kyler Hall can
Oh,
right
yeah.
the ship.
Yeah.
Everybody can get things going there, but that is a tough start. And it's also tough to play as many rivals as you have right out of the gate. That's 3 straight rivalry games for Swanee, right to go. But again, plenty of season left. That's been the theme of tonight. There's plenty of runway. You're running out of it,
Yeah.
but you're not sinking
It's still
just yet.
early. It's week 3 in Florida. Like, you'll be fine. We have some people talking about Childs at Wakulla.
Big.
Huge win
You
for
texted,
Childs.
you're like, yo, Childs is winning right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and by the way, huge ups to Bill Reagans and guys. Even before Coach Reagans took over, we all know what the MO has been on Childs. They
Can't
play
win it.
close
Can't-
games
yeah.
and they
They can't
can't
win 'em.
win them. To go down there to J.D. Jones, a really tough place to play against a great quarterback in Owen Cleese. Of course, his dad draws him up as good as anybody in this state. To go out, get that done, that's a huge win for the Timberwolves, and they have to be feeling sky high.
Yeah,
after
I
getting that
would,
done.
because we counted it up, what was that, 2 years ago when they had lost like 4 or 5 games by 7 or fewer points? It was nuts.
That was the whole tune of our conversation when I talked with Childs earlier this year before the season started, and he was saying, you know, you got to lose big, lose small, and then win small. And maybe they've started to turn that corner.
Nice win small for them. I know that's a tough pair of weeks, though, for the Wakulla Warriors.
Yeah, 2
Losing
tough
that close one
losses.
to
Yeah,
Taylor
at
as
Taylor
well.
and then going home to lose against Childs. But again, big ups to Childs. And big ups to Childs, too, because you have to remember, they lost their quarterback and their receiver to Lincoln.
Yeah.
And they've come back, and that's a huge win, and hopefully kind of a motivating win as they move forward. They've got Rickards next week at home. and then Godby on the 19th.
You know, Justin Rogers was talking about momentum tonight, and you know, losing to Taylor County last week for Wakulla, that's a momentum killer. And then you go back home tonight, and it just kind of continues.
Speaking of momentum, I like what Lonnie Alameda calls momentum.
Uncle Mo.
I like that.
Uncle Mo paid a visit to Perry this Friday night because right after that big emotional
Wakulla does have
win,
a bye week too.
Wakulla does have a bye.
Yeah,
okay,
they have a bye coming up.
So nice little breather for them.
Get it together.
But Perry, Taylor County, speaking of Wakulla, a big win on the road, emotional win over the Wakulla War Eagles, over a big rival. Taylor County's back at home tonight playing the Dixie County Bears, and they absolutely had their way. Coach Braswell has created such a mindset with these guys that they seem to always know what to do. Again,
Jabez Glanton is just so
Jabez's
ridiculous.
athleticism
He got out of that?
unbelievable.
Yeah.
What?
I love watching Taylor watch the highlights
Because he
for the
hasn't
first
seen
time.
them yet,
It is so great.
and Jabez won play of the week last week too, so just pointing that out. And
So that's really the only reason we didn't nominate him this week.
yeah, because we don't want to win 2 weeks in a row. But I will say, so Jabez, I haven't looked at his total yards. So last week he had 295 total yards. I think he had 100 through the air, 195 rushing. 2 touchdowns,
which
two
is
touchdowns
crazy.
passing, 2 touchdowns running. So yeah, he's a freaking beast, man. I love it.
Take the final, Adam. Yeah, 54-18. That's domination after you get it done against.
Also, before this season, Glanton hadn't played a single snap at quarterback.
Yeah.
And now he's
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Just an athlete. Super nice kid, too. I talked to him on Thursday when I went to go present him the Play of the Week plaque. Super humble kid. Gave thanks to everybody. Exactly what you want to do. So really happy for him. We have some people asking about the Jefferson County Leon game. You were at that.
Absolutely, we were, and we had to cut those highlights a little bit short in football Friday night. We were running short on time, so why don't we go ahead and throw those on back up. Big Red needed to feel good about itself.
Yeah, they did.
Couple tough losses to start the season, but this one ended up being just what the doctor ordered for the Leon Lions. Because Trek Berry, who ended up being nominated Play of the Week, you'll see this play again. Look at this, little guy making his way, cutting through the field. I about said making his way downtown. You get the idea. He finds the near sideline after reversing field. Touchdown for Leon. That was the first of the game. Very next play for scrimmage, the next drive, however. Bryce Cameron, I need you guys to see the speed because he's going to get this near sideline and he's going to turn on the afterburners. Like, no one's getting remotely close. Leon was up 14-0 at this point. Probably could have made it 21-0, had a drop pass there on the next drive. But regardless, 55-0. That is an exclamation point win. Great stuff for Coach Bell and the guys. Again, Jefferson County, I know it's a tough season. It's another transition for the Tigers. But we'll see what can move on there because we certainly know that there's guys in Monticello who can play ball.
Yeah, I mean, and again, it's a brand new program. Eric Bright is the new head coach. He's been there.
Knows how to win.
Yeah, I mean, he knows how to win. He was at Madison County before, played at Madison County, coached the Madison County Central School, so the middle school team, was very successful there. He's won a state championship as an assistant coach at the high school. They'll be fine. You just got to give it time. And the thing with Jefferson County that if people don't know, people don't realize, they've had so much turnover.
It's been a carousel. It's a coaching carousel.
Yeah, it's like 9 coaches over the last 12 or 13 years. It's nuts. So you have to have consistency and you have to have a coach buy into the community. Give him the time. He can be that guy. If you get the guys to stay, he can be that guy.
Well, after seeing that week 1 game against, it was Leon Wakulla week 1, and Leon played him really well over at Gene Cox.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Leon did have a really good showing against
we
them.
have some people asking for our opinion on Brooks County.
Brooks County. I know Brooks ended up not making it to the show tonight. Can we go to the big board, Adam?
Oh, yeah, can you air the highlights?
Oh, yeah, we do have the highlights, actually,
So
of
they
that.
played Worth County. And I know, listen, I'm going to say this before we start this, because everyone's like, oh, Brooks, they were in the state championship game last year. They haven't won a game yet. The teams they've played, Worth County is undefeated on the year. Cook is undefeated on the year. And Thomasville was undefeated until they lost tonight against Thomas
until they
County
lost to the
Central.
Green Bay Packers
Yes.
tonight.
So the teams.
You can play those highlights, Adam. Go ahead.
Like, I think 9-1, if my math is correct. Like, against teams they've played. So, like,
and it's tough to do.
They've played a tough schedule.
When you were completely expecting to revolve your offense around one quarterback and you don't have them. Listen, Josh McFather knows what he's doing. This program knows what it's doing. There wasn't a whole lot of turnover. These are guys who know what they're doing. Brooks is going to be all right. They may take some lumps early, but also, how many times have we seen this from Brooks? Even before Coach McFather was the head coach.
Yes.
How many times has Brooks started a season 0-4 and they
turned
played
it on.
a brutal schedule?
Well, you remember
and then
Maurice,
November flips around and no one
Maurice
wants to play.
Freeman hadn't had a losing record in like his entire coaching career. Was that 2 years ago? And then won like the final like 5 games of the year or something, so he kept that record intact. Like, they'll figure it out. They've got the talent.
I just think with
George Layman's is ridiculous. Like, you've got him on offense.
Yeah, they'll find more ways to
figure it
get
out. Yes.
It's hard to be successful when you have a lot of like turnover at that position at quarterback and not really having like knowing what's going on. But hopefully, as the season rolls on, I start to find that.
Yeah. All right, Adam, can we go to the big board? How about some big board, big scores? Because it was a big night, and actually we filled this puppy up.
Fully.
We already talked about
we got the
Wakulla
Goddess
and Childs. We already talked about Brooks County and Worth County.
Yeah.
Lafayette keeps winning.
Yeah.
Mayo keeps winning,
We love to see it.
and we do love to see it. Coach Marcus told me he
So,
really liked this squad.
We didn't get to talk about the NFC score during the show, but NFC, that game was 0-0.
Into the fourth quarter.
Late in the fourth quarter. Indian Rock scored, NFC scored, 2-point conversion, went for it, got it. That's how they won. It was like in the final 5 minutes they won.
Yeah.
So they were. Yeah,
It was 0-0
It was
until the fourth
0-0.
quarter. They were down 7-0.
And they went for the two. They went for the 2 point to win it all. Wow.
Yep. Said, you know what? We're not going for the tie. We're going to go right for the win.
That's cool.
8-7. And then we said the Godby Pensacola Catholic score, 42-28.
Lincoln got bit by its tough schedule tonight. Nice is legit.
They've got a friggin' gauntlet though, dude. It's tough. Brookwood, huge win
that's
for
big.
Daryl Jones.
I was going to say,
Brookwood.
first win for Brookwood under Daryl Jones. Good stuff from him. Scintilla Charter. Scintilla, listen, it's the first season. They'll figure it out. It's moving on. Feel good win for Coach Kazi and the Miller County Pirates, who really needed that.
Yeah, for sure. Cairo too.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, especially after losing the start pitcher last week.
100%.
Lanier,
Roll Red Roll. Clinch County's in the mentions.
what an unbelievable
we
game.
gotta show those highlights. We haven't talked about Clinch County.
Yeah, hold on. Let's show the very end of the big board here because
Yeah.
Early gets a win. Mitchell, that's a tough loss to Turner County. Wanted to make sure we got everybody on the board there. And really tough one for Osceola Christian, too, 21-20. That's the last one we'll bring up. Yeah, go to Berrien, Adam, because this game, we were watching Clinch's live stream at Tyson Field. This was nuts.
Yeah, and also, remember how Berrien won last week, okay?
Yes.
So Berrien kicked a field goal with, what was it, like 30-something seconds left to win last week. So you have brand new coach in Jackson Dean with Berrien, veteran coach, handful of rings at Clinch County and Jim Dickerson. This game was close.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
keep going. Oh,
Okay.
so it's in here?
I was going to say, our executive
we love
producer,
it. Coming
Dylan
through
Plunkett,
in
just came in and
clutch.
said that we have the full highlights of this game,
Okay,
not just
this
not
game-
just the 30-second cut.
Bananas. So Clinch County obviously 3-0, Berrien 2-1. I'm just.
I was going to say, we're just watching
I'm
too.
watching, so I haven't seen the end of this. So was this a touchdown to put him up? Berrien?
Looks like 20.
That I do not know.
I don't know. It was late though. I think there was 18 seconds left.
18 seconds, I
So
want
they're
to say.
Berrien's in white.
Yeah. Clinch ends up taking the lead. And by the way,
Look at
going
this.
deep.
Clinch, your live stream team, we love you.
Wait,
we
this
love
is
the
from a
energy.
live stream?
No, this isn't from a live stream,
Okay.
but we were watching the live stream earlier in the newsroom. We love you guys. We love the energy. We love the intensity.
Yeah.
It is everything that football in Homerville should feel like. So kudos to you, because I would have loved to have been at Tyson Field. You know, one of the places because
Here
Clinch,
you go. This is
There
it
you
right
go.
here. 30
28,
seconds
34.
left. Yeah.
All the way to the house.
So that's
Oh,
Berrien.
wow.
That's Berrien.
So Berrien wins.
No.
Oh, that was a take the lead.
I think this is the game winner right here. Yeah, gets in.
Wait, so Berrien took the lead with 30 seconds?
I don't think they scored, but that was the game-winning touchdown. Yeah,
Are
48-43.
you sure? Because here's
Or maybe
We
this
got more?
is. I don't know. Like, we haven't
I
watched
was
it.
gonna say,
No,
she-
it's 43-42.
42.
Yeah,
This is
so
the
this
game
is the
winner.
game-winning.
Whoa.
Holy cow!
What a game.
Ah, and that was a long touchdown pass too.
that's awesome.
How many minutes was that football game? Like that?
That's
What a
it ended
game,
late.
man.
It ended late. I know that
Yeah.
because we were listening to that around like past 10:30.
Yeah, it was late. I'll say this, okay? So I went out to Berrien for our two-a-days previews.
We're way too comfortable.
Yeah, I
right
know.
now,
Well,
by the
I'm
way.
watching. I'm just being a fan, man. So I went out to Berrien to talk to Coach Dean.
And you didn't know what to think when you were
I
going up
didn't know,
there.
but he told me like 30 of the 50 guys on that roster are freshmen. So literally more than half
Well,
of
they're- and they're
Berrien's team
2-2
are
in the season?
freshmen. Yeah, they're 2-2.
Respectable.
I mean, it's awesome.
Yeah.
So like,
I was gonna say respectable. That's
Respectable,
an
it's
awesome team
awesome.
that they
I
just
love
went
it.
toe-to-toe
Yeah,
with.
but he said, you know, we're young in a lot of places. We got things. You took a Clinch County team that is a perennial power
Yes.
to the wire.
Yeah.
That is
Shot
awesome.
for shot.
Yeah, literally.
Good times ahead of Nashville.
Oh, 100%, yeah. And Coach Dean has been, he came from Cook, but he's been all over South Georgia.
He knows how to win. We've talked about
he
it.
played at Valdosta State, won a national championship at Valdosta State. So,
No relation to David Dean, by the way.
Yeah, no relation to David Dean, which
Is still kind of
yeah,
funny.
it's still funny. But yeah, so roll red roll for Clinch County for sure. But Berrien, I'm excited for y'all.
Listen, Jim Dickerson, the magic touch. The magic touch. 4-0.
Creekbox
again.
TV is goated, so that must be who
Yes.
it is. Okay.
Creekbox TV.
Goat.
You
The
got some free
goat.
pub from us tonight.
Yeah.
We love you guys. You have big fans here at Channel 6. Just know that. Anything good else here? Good else here.
I've got the emoji for the highlights.
No, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of B emojis.
I
in
see
the
a
chat.
coffee. I guess coffee. You know, they're playing coffee soon.
Yeah. Coffee's got Gadsden County next week too.
Yeah, which Gadsden had to cancel their game at
It's tough.
East St. Louis with the departure of Russell Allington. He went to Savannah State to be the wide receivers coach. Just there's a lot going on.
A lot to figure out.
Yeah, a lot going on. I know attendance was kind of down at practice, but they're just want to bring up morale. Haven't named an interim head coach yet. Just trying to see what's going on, get the team together. You know, they had the bye week last week. They just didn't feel like they had the numbers to go up there and compete, which I don't blame them. You don't want to go up there with low numbers and get hurt, God forbid.
No.
So they're feeling good, though. They said this week, when I talked to Superintendent Elijah Key, he told me that this week more guys are starting to show up. And they got that appeal hearing, the last appeal hearing in front of the FHSAA's Board of Directors is Sunday, September 21st. There is one player left at Gadsden County, one who is trying to appeal to be sure to be able to play at Gadsden County. So it's one player left. The other 7 have found new homes, and then they're obviously appealing that postseason ban.
Listen, we've talked about the Gadsden situation ad nauseum. We've done it on WCTV. We've done it here on Overtime. We've done it on Football Friday Night. The last thing I'll say about it is this. At the end of the day, what stinks is that no matter what happens, the folks who always get affected the most are the kids.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's
Yep. I hate it for the kids.
That's it.
I hate it for the kids.
That's it.
Want to do break and then play of the week?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's pay some bills, and then we'll come back and we'll put a bow on this thing. Why not? Roll it, Adam.
Tallahassee Board of Realtors invest hundreds of hours in our community. Local realtors and affiliates raise funds for Boys and Girls Clubs of the Big Bend, Brehon Family Services, and the American Cancer Society's Relay for Life. Clean up local roadways and waterways. Build beds for local kids with SHP. Support Habitat for Humanity. Ring the bell at Salvation Army Red Kettles. Contribute to the Florida Veterans Foundation. And volunteer side by side with you, our neighbors. The Tallahassee Board of Realtors, proudly serving our community since 1935.
All right, let's put a bow on WCTV Sports Overtime, and let's do plays of the week.
Sounds good to me. Boot Hill, that's where we want to start. Madison County, Northwest Christian. Gonna take the handoff. Gonna get out of 1, 2, 3 tackles. And he says, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
One touchdown run. Of course, Madison County going on to beat. That's right.
All right, Valdosta played Jesuit out of Tampa, and listen, the hit stick, Trez Ellison. Hello.
How often do you get a defensive play here?
Welcome to Wintersville, buddy. Valdosta wins a close one.
Yeah, Leon's Treckberry weaving through the defense. Check out that speed for the touchdown. Big win again for Leon right here.
All right, WCTV.tv. Vote for your favorite until Sunday night, and then, of course, we'll give away a shiny plaque on Thursday.
You guys are sending me far away next
Taylor,
week.
hey,
Donaldson feels like an hour and 10 minutes.
and it's your first trip to Seminole
I'm
County.
kidding, I'm kidding.
And by the way, the Indians are a 3-0 football team.
I know, they're
Looking to
undefeated.
go 4-0 when the Pelham Hornets come a-calling next week. Coach Stigl and the guys love the program that they have there, love the job that they do. This is the first time I can remember having a game of the week in Seminole. And
Yeah,
they've certainly
they deserve
earned
it.
They've
Absolutely.
earned it. Yeah,
They're undefeated.
They've played for
It's
this
fun.
one.
Yeah, it'll be a
And
good
they got a
one.
bye tonight, too. So they're ready
Rested.
and rearing to go for next week.
Good stuff for them.
Forward to that.
Yeah. Your man Taylor Viles will have your Game of the Week preview coming up next week. Anything from the chat before we need to say 99?
How is Folgers coffee doing? I don't drink coffee.
I've been
the
told that's
taste.
the best part of waking up.
I don't drink it. I wouldn't know.
Listen, I'm a Jacksonville boy, so Maxwell House of the big brands will always say, Johan, hey, come in here, Johan. Come in here. Come here. This is Johan Blanco, and I want to give this guy a public shout out because Johan has become our. It's a microphone.
He's not on-cam talent.
I am tired.
Hey, he needs coffee.
I am tired. Well, I had Steak and Shake. I had a Fanta and a milkshake. Not the best
You
coming.
didn't get cookout and you went to Austin?
30-minute wait.
30-minute wait.
It's 12:30. I'm really tired.
Wow.
All right, so Johan has been our guy. So back in the day, WCTV used to have a Valdosta Bureau, something that we don't currently have. But we used to always have a Valdosta Bureau reporter. We've had plenty of them great throughout the years who've helped us out with the Wildcats and with the Vikings. It's awesome that they kick off at 8 o'clock. It's a great tradition, but it can sometimes be hard to make that trek back and forth in Tallahassee and get those highlights. Johan has done that for us the last couple of weeks. He's done an incredible job. Wanted to give this guy an on-air shout.
Well, it makes it easier when South Georgia football is as high of a level as it is compared to the Big Bend. No offense to the Big Bend.
Whoa!
Shots fired on
Making his appearance and making enemies all at the
I was
same
about
time.
to say, this man is, I'm going to hide under my desk.
Go ahead, dude. I'm out of here.
Yeah, we're done.
It is what it is.
We're done. We're
Are we
walking
done?
off.
It's over?
3 seasons.
Anyway,
3 seasons.
Hey, stay out there. Be on camera. people.
Hey, you gotta own this one. You gotta own this one.
Where's the hard cam? Someone zoom in on me. Where? Which
Someone's
one?
cutting a promo.
Zoom in on
You
me.
gotta add a close-up. We're back in.
3 seasons of doing high school football for Football Friday Night. I'll tell you right now, South Georgia football is probably the highest quality football I've seen. And I've done South Florida or Central Florida, Southwest Florida. South Georgia's probably the best.
Oh my goodness.
If I get
goodness.
hate, I get hate. But listen, it's true.
Okay.
It's the truth for me.
Okay. South Georgia homers, Johan Blanco.
Hey, you never know what you're gonna get on Football Friday Night Overtime,
I
guys.
tell you what, if we get any angry comments, you gotta come back next week and answer for them.
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. More views.
All right. We're getting out of here. Go
Have a good
Noles,
night,
go
guys.
Rattlers, go Blazers, go Nighthawks. We'll see you tomorrow. Taylor will be at Doak.